of a sudden she's gonna feel her phone and she's like, why is this overheating? It's because it's sensing the fuming out of my mom's eardrums.
He built her a car.
Didn't he get her pregnant and then leave her?
No, but he yelled at her and he cheated on his wife for her. I'm pregnant.
Hello, my little bacon and eggs. Welcome back to another episode of WAG Podcast. If you guys have any requests for me to say at the beginning of a podcast, comment down below, please.
Okay, now let's get started. Today we have a special guest.
Chad?
Yes, we do.
We have Tristan.
We have Tristan from the amazing Gilmore Girls because that is what we are talking about today. Because in case you didn't know, Gilmore Girls got taken down off of Netflix.
Which is insane. That's
and
like
Angelina
the best
is
show.
going to have a major crash out over it.
Yes, guys, this is like my favorite show. I was on the airplane when I saw a news article say that Netflix took the most viral, most viewed,
Most beloved show.
Like, you don't understand. This show is like what made Netflix Netflix. Like, the amount of times I've rewatched the series, I can't even count. I watched the series since when I was like 12 all the way to now I'm 18.
Okay, I will be honest
She's
though.
just so
I think
hot.
I've only seen like 12 episodes.
Are we dead serious?
I'm not
Are you kidding me?
joking. I think I've only seen 12 episodes, so I'm like
Okay,
trying my
so
best to
you
remember these
can't
characters.
talk.
Now,
You silence.
here, word of advice, because I
Quiet
did this and it
Coyote.
worked. If you ever see a movie or show that's leaving soon, watch it as many times as humanly possible, and then Netflix will see that that thing's doing good. There was a movie called Matilda, one of my favorite movies. I saw it was leaving soon. I watched it over and over and
Wow.
over and over again, and guess what? It's on Netflix now. And it's not taking it off. So next time you see that, everyone just start watching it.
Yeah. Today we're talking about Gilmore Girls, and we're talking about our teams. Are you Team Jess? Are you Team Dean? Are you Team Logan? We're about to find out. But side note, fun fact: this man, Tristan, the hottest one in the bunch.
Yes, he was. Oh my gosh, he was so
He
hot.
was supposed to be Rory's end game.
I know, it's so sad.
But then he got picked up for a movie, The Magic Treehouse or some crap, and then he became a star there, and he had to leave the show.
was so
But he
sad.
was going to be Endgame, and they had to rewrite it and refigure it out
To be
because
Logan.
of his star and how he was on the movie.
Because the
Oh, I
character
didn't know
Logan
that.
wasn't actually supposed to be a thing. It was supposed to be
It
Tristan.
was supposed to be Tristan.
And oh my gosh, because that enemies to lovers to like, oh my gosh, just how snarky, how sarcastic he was, how he look at Bella's face.
Just
What
it
the
was
frick
perfect.
am I hearing
He was
about?
the perfect man.
Ah.
Okay, we're going to kick it off by, I'm going to say my team. Hang on. I've got a lot of notes here and a lot of debates, and I'm ready to win them, okay?
Oh, are you?
Yes, I am. I am Team Jess.
Yes. I can,
Really?
I can go
Okay,
with
is
that.
Dean
I'm
the
Team
first
Logan,
one?
So I'm okay.
I'm
Okay,
team-
whoa. Really? Which one's Jess and which one's
So
Logan?
Dean is like the first one.
I know him.
Jess is Luke's nephew. That's that guy.
That's Jess. Okay, which one's Logan?
Logan's
Logan's
the one towards
blonde.
the end. He's kind of blonde. He looks
He's the
similar
rich
to
one.
He's the rich one that she meets at college.
I don't
Yes.
think I've gotten that far into it.
So it's
Well,
either Dean. You will say you're Dean. You
Yeah,
look like
okay.
a Dean.
No,
girl.
absolutely. No, I remember Dean. He no, I did not like Dean.
Okay.
Also, he
Can
was
we
a
talk
jerk.
about Dean real quick? Okay, was he? Did he say like he built her a car? He built her a car.
Didn't he
and was
get
gonna
her
give
pregnant
but
and then
he, like,
leave her?
No, but he
No.
yelled at her and he cheated on his wife for her, and
Yeah.
he was no.
He was a red flag. A
A
double
million
red
red flags.
Didn't
He's always
someone wait? I thought wasn't she single by the end of it? I swear, because there's a movie and they
Yes,
were both
Bella.
single.
I mean, like,
we'll start talk about that
yeah.
later.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
We'll
the
get there.
biggest red flag was Rory.
Quiet
she
Coyote.
sucked.
Quiet
Yes.
Coyote. Did you ever hear that in school?
Yeah, I did.
Quiet
No,
Coyote.
or put a bubble in your mouth.
Put a bubble in your mouth and keep it there. Okay. Okay. Point number 1 of why Jess was Rory's best match. Okay.
Ooh, I won't say.
Number
yes, I
1, he understood who Rory was. He didn't like Rory. He understood everything about
He
her.
loved that. One with something that Dean did was Dean, like when she would be like, "Hey, let's go to a book fair." Dean would hate that, and Jess,
Even
like,
if Jess didn't like it, he would do it anyways
he
because
read the book he gave, and then added his own tabs and like remarks and
Aw.
thoughts in the book.
Oh,
And
that's
gave it
that's
to her.
cute.
Yep.
So
Yep.
cute.
Okay. Okay.
Next point.
calm down, white chocolate. Like, come on.
He didn't expect Rory to fit into anything else. He was trying to turn her into this perfect little girlfriend like Dean was, trying to be like, let's not do that. Like, let's no.
Oh my
or
gosh.
the dancing or the
Can
no.
we just real quick talk about Dean and how angry he would get at her for like the
Stupidest things.
Like,
Jess
what?
never once raised his voice. Jess was a perfect man.
calm
So
person, yeah.
okay, one night, something happened where Jess bumped into Rory, and Dean got so mad
At the dance, the 24-hour dance.
Yes, where he dumped her. Dean dumped her in front of
Everybody. In
everyone.
front of the whole town on the spot.
Just
yelled at
because
her.
Rory thought it was weird that Jess was watching her.
And she kept looking and being like, why is he watching us? And he was like, well, why are you paying attention to her?
Yeah, like
Guys,
6'3"
he's like
totally
giant with a freaking.
He's screaming red flags
Jerk.
from our red flag episode we did a while
Yeah,
ago.
red flag,
Go
Dean,
watch.
yeah.
Okay, next. Jess had the best character arc and the best growth there
He
is.
seemed funny.
He was a bad boy.
He was
that
a
turned-
bad. Yes, he was bad. He didn't really like school.
And you know the
he was
best
kind
thing?
of angry.
The best thing as a book talk girl is when he's grumpy, but he's a sunshine when it comes to her.
Yes,
and
hang
that's
on.
what he was. He was
I
just
have
like,
points.
I hate people, and then I think you're the best person in the world.
Jess started off, he was angry, closed off, ran away from all of
Yeah.
his problems, and caused issues. At the end, he wrote his own book. He built a stable career. He repaired relationships
He
with
was
everyone.
mad,
and he became a mature
and he
man.
was mad that Rory dropped out.
That's
of
my second
college.
point. That's my second point.
She dropped out. Didn't she get into Harvard or
Hang on.
Yale. It was Yale.
Yale? Oh, one time on
Yale.
a bus, I was wearing a Yale shirt, and the guy was convinced I went to Yale. I was 14.
Wow.
And I had to
Really?
play it off like I was. I was like, yeah. He's like, I know so many people from Yale. I'm like, I know, right?
Okay, he pushed her to become better. When she quit going to Yale, and then she ran into Jess, and she was like, well, what are you doing now, you know? And he was like, what are you doing? And she goes, well, I quit Yale. And he goes, you? Rory quit Yale. That's not like you. Pushed her to go back to the Yale University because this wasn't like her.
Nope.
Okay.
So
Oh,
Dean,
that's nice.
ultimate, if we had a bucket right here, I'm going to put a bucket right here or like a list. Dean, red flag. Jess, green flag. Now, where does Logan come into play?
He's a little
Logan
yellow.
is like in a yellow because Logan is hot and rich, but
Uh-huh.
also funny. He's funny too. And
What's the
cares-
bad part
he
about
cares
it?
But he's like
deeply.
a partier who
Oh.
like
He's a
has
partier.
He's never had a serious relationship
No.
ever. He's always just kind of been the party frat
So
guy.
immediate red flag.
But he did buy Rory a Birkin. So that is kind of a plus side because the girl that doesn't like purses. And he was always nice to her. He always had her back and always one thing about I feel like the boys
But
is
partiers cheat.
Logan pushed Rory the most.
But
Like pushed her competitively.
I guess, yeah, but that's only because Jess wasn't around.
Yeah.
I think if Jess was around and Rory wasn't such a raging
so
red
why
flag.
didn't Jess and Rory stay together?
Because the producers suck.
Yeah.
And they don't like what the fans have to say. And
Yeah.
Jess should
It was something about like Jess
Like,
having
who-
to move
who-
away.
Just his, you know, my favorite thing is his crooked smile. His crooked smile is so cute. It's just like everything in the whole wide world. It's a crooked smile. Okay, guys,
But let me tell
You're
you,
like
it was
frothing over
this
a man that
story-
doesn't exist.
yeah, he exists.
does.
He's
He's a
alive.
character. He's
real.
alive.
But his name isn't
I'm
Jess.
telling you, it would have been so much better if Tristan was there.
oh my gosh.
The enemies to lovers, the school vibe, he was so amazing to her actually, and you could tell based on their little like interactions that he was down bad for
His
her.
snarky remarks when it was her birthday and he was at her birthday party. He's like, well, I guess it's my birthday. Guess I need a birthday kiss. And she's like, it's my birthday. He's like, well, then I'll give you a
a kiss.
birthday kiss. And it was like,
That's my worst nightmare, by the way. If someone ever said that, I'm like,
No, but he
That's
had,
my
he
worst
had the
nightmare.
sarcasticness. He had the personality.
he
Had
did.
The
He
vibe.
also had the looks, if you can't tell.
Yeah.
He has a really swimmer look. Have you ever noticed that? He just looks like he's a swimmer.
uh-huh.
I don't know. You know,
Or a
he's tall.
soccer
Who else is a swimmer?
I don't know.
Who else is a swimmer, Nina?
I don't know.
Stop looking at him, Nina.
But no, so
Oh, you messed
now
him
let's
up.
talk
Oh,
about.
sorry. Oh.
Okay, we talked. Why did you crush him.
Hang
I
on, I'll
didn't
fix
crush
it.
him.
I'll fix
You
it.
crushed him. Okay, we did talk a little bit about. Okay, we talked a lot about our boys. We kind of got to talk about Lorelai because there's a. Okay, I liked
Okay.
Luke.
Oh, well, okay, so this is my. Oh, wait, she didn't stay with Luke?
No, she did.
No,
Luke's,
she did,
Luke's
but
the
there was
end.
somebody I rather she was with.
No, Luke was
And
a
it
teacher.
was it was Max, the English teacher.
Max,
at
the
Yale.
English teacher.
Oh my gosh, Max! He was like the best. He was so nice to
He could
her.
cook.
He could cook. He wanted her. He tried hard
And then,
for her.
you know what? I'm going to say? The Gilmores are like the biggest red flags.
Yeah,
Yes!
Lorelai,
great
you
men.
totally screwed that all up.
And you know what? He bought her food too.
He was nice, and then she
nice.
was like, and then she played him along with a little string. It was like, yes, we're dating. No, we're not dating. Oh no, this can't happen. Oh no. And then they're like, we break up, and then she's like, actually, I want to be with you. And then he's like, great. And then she's like, you know what? No. And then
I don't know.
And then she's like, I'm so sad. And I'm like, you don't get to be sad.
And then when Lorelai and Luke had a really good thing going on, the grandmother decided to bring the ex-husband into the mix. And that was a fun episode.
season. That was a good
because
time.
not only did
I never made it to that season.
Okay, I'll
We'll fill you
explain.
in.
We'll fill you in just a
Uh-huh.
little bit. Lorelai
Yeah.
dated Luke. So her grandparents got divorced for a little bit, then got remarried. So this was their like wedding ceremony thingy. So this is when
Rory's real dad, which is her ex,
wants
okay,
Lorelai back.
Ooh.
Lorelai is with Luke.
Mm-hmm.
Luke doesn't like Rory's dad, but they were all together. The grandma was setting up the ex-husband with Lorelai, and it became this whole fight, and then Logan and Rory were making out, and it was this whole thing, and then they got caught with the two dads walking into the room, and the two dads wanted to murder Logan, but then the dads went after each other, and then it was a whole thing, and then the grandmother and Lorelai didn't talk for like what?
forever,
A long time.
after that.
was
It was
phenomenal.
like a whole season of Rory being the one to talk. Low key, the whole Gilmore family was a lot.
A lot.
Okay, what I do know
The grandma
is
was the
that
rich one who needed
Rory's
them to have dinners.
definitely a big red flag.
red flag.
That's what I've seen videos of it. She has terrible taste in guys. Whenever she does find a good guy, she liked Dean for too long. She got left by someone.
You know who we
She's
haven't
single at
talked
the
a
end of
little bit
it.
about?
Kirk?
Who was the not just Kirk? Well, wait,
We'll
Kirk.
get there.
We'll get to Kirk in a second.
He's
Who's
hilarious.
Kirk?
He's hilarious. He's
just
no
funny.
one
He-
important.
He's nobody important when it comes to romance. You know who was the best friend in college that she was friends with? The dude, and
Oh.
he had a thing for her, but she had a thing for Logan. What was his name? I forget his name.
I know exactly
You know
who
who
you're
I'm talking about.
about.
There's a guy. It was a guy best friend she became friends with, and he was like, I
Rory's
felt
best
like a
friend in
nice
college that
character.
wasn't. I'll look it up. What?
He was a really nice character. But
It doesn't
only, like,
matter.
Holland.
Holland?
Not
Paul?
Holland.
Holland?
It might have been Paul.
I don't think it was
know.
Paul, but he had like this black kind of curly hair,
He was-
maybe.
I mean, he was pretty ugly in my opinion.
Oh.
But I don't remember who he was. But anyways,
don't
I
either.
kind of want. I wish there was a little bit more story arc because that would have been a little fun to have. But that's
What are
okay.
our thoughts on? What are our
No,
thoughts?
that's not him.
What are our thoughts on Lane and who'd she marry?
Oh, the hippie dude.
Yeah, who?
Oh, I forget his name. But the hippie dude in Lane, Rory's best friend.
Yeah, I know who she is.
She like
She
had some-
rebelled against her crazy strict mother
she was
and
her
started a
mom was
band.
Asian.
No, I know.
Yeah, and created a band.
Mhm.
And then she
Oh.
ended up marrying one of the guys in the
He was
band,
a
and then
hippie
they
dude.
had
They
and they
were
had
so
twins,
cute together.
and they
I
had
think they
kids.
were great. There was nothing wrong with them. Now let's talk about Kirk. Kirk
Kirk's just so
Kirk is
funny,
just
man.
The character you wish.
I want to know a
like,
Kirk in real life.
I want to know a Kirk. Kirk is basically just Kirk.
Yeah, Bella, do you remember what
There's
he
not
is?
much to say about Kirk besides he's just fun.
I've seen only 12 episodes.
Like Kirk is really
He's
funny.
definitely been in those 12
Kirk
episodes.
is like in the town. He'd be the sheriff, the doctor, the nurse, the cashier, and the coffee guy. Like that's just Kirk. Kirk has many different traits.
He does.
It's
Nice.
phenomenal.
Yeah,
Exactly.
see, when it does come to the fall, a lot of people watch Gilmore Girls. I watch Anne with an E. It's
Yeah.
favorite
Yeah,
Never
TV
even
Netflix
show
made
that.
a big no because I posted that on my story and was like, no way is they got rid of Gilmore Girls. It's one of the top streaming shows to this day on Netflix.
Yeah,
and they got
everyone
rid of
watches
it.
it every fall.
That was
Every
insane.
fall. Every fall.
Insane. That is
With
my
a pumpkin
show.
spice. With a
I
pumpkin
don't
spice.
like you, Netflix. And now you know where you have to watch it? Disney. You have to watch it at stupid Disney. You know what stupid Disney has?
Yeah, stupid
ads.
Disney.
Ads. Disney has ads. You know what Netflix didn't have? Ads. So now if I want to watch freaking my hottie, naughty Jess and Logan and Tristan, I can't say all those names.
Ah!
I can't because there will be an ad.
Guys,
An
I'm
ad.
blind.
An ad about diabetes or something, and I can't just watch my show. And it's annoying.
But at least we have Disney.
You know.
I speak passionate.
Yeah, because stupid ads.
Yes, and stupid
ads
Dean.
and
Dean
stupid-
was so stupid. The only
Stupid.
good thing about Dean that none of the guys had was his height difference. They had a cute height difference. She was like, what, 5'8"? And he was like 6'4"?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had adorable, I hate his hair, but he has adorable height.
It's too bad.
Yeah.
It's really too bad you hate his hair.
It's really bad that you hate his hair.
Yeah.
If only that didn't work out in your favor.
If only like you didn't know someone, you probably got that exact same hair.
Anyways,
Bella,
no.
what are your
Yeah.
thoughts?
I don't know this show. I don't like Dean. I'm 99% sure he's the reason why she had a teen pregnancy, I swear.
No, it wasn't Dean.
Who?
I think it's
She never had a teen pregnancy.
No. At the end of that part 2, whatever.
Yeah,
she
so,
never had a
okay,
teen.
Netflix did this thing. It's actually still on Netflix.
Yeah.
So I don't know why you can watch this.
It's like the movie.
It's called like a year in the life or something. And it's basically 4 episodes. It's titled Spring, Summer, Fall, Winter. And it's like them in a whole year, 10 years later when they all look older. And they've all graduated. The very, very last clip of the very last episode, spoiler alert, but it's not a big deal anyways, because then Rory tells Lorelai, she goes, I'm pregnant. And that's it. And then no idea. No
Yeah.
idea, because we don't see any of her relationships through those episodes.
Honestly, I think it's Logan's, but in an altered universe, I hope Jess and Lorelai. But, not Lorelai, Rory.
That'd be really cute.
But I don't know. I
don't know.
that
I think
is-
also that whole year in the life thing is so pointless.
I
Like,
think it
don't
was very
even care to
pointless,
watch
too.
it.
I think you just let your mind roam free.
listen, I
Go
don't.
like this. Like you have like something in your nose right there.
Is it snot?
Yeah.
Oh. Ew.
I
Did
just
I
need-
get
Yeah,
it?
it's really
Did I
Kind
get
of.
it?
No.
Yes.
No.
Go right here.
Right here. Did I get it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You did get it.
That was disgusting.
No, but
I have
I
been
just
staring at this
think
whole
I'm
you.
time.
very upset about it. It's one of those things where it's just like,
you know what I'm really upset about?
Yes, Bella, please share.
Okay. So this is completely different. It's about my school. Okay. We've been talking about
Bella's had a very long day.
college and Yale, whatever. Well, let's talk about my school. So
Oh, my
I do an online school. Okay.
As do we all.
And
Not me.
for years, I've been using Canva to submit any written work. That's the
Everyone
easiest
uses
tool
Canva.
that I use. I love Canva
I use Google
more than
Docs.
anything. Can you put the button?
Wait. You use Canva like the thing you can edit templates on?
There's a thing for Word docs where you write in it. You
Yeah,
can
I
use
just-
it for.
I just
Google
use
Docs.
Word.
Okay, I don't
I
have
don't use
Word.
Word. I hate Word.
I like Word.
is the
I use
worst.
Word all the
Word,
time.
you suck because no,
I hate
No,
Word.
you're
sucks.
great.
Because when I try and log in, it's like, can you give me the password key?
I
What's the
never need
key?
to log in. I
need
just
the
click.
key.
I just click Word and then it pops up and it's a blank.
No, I use
document.
Google
No, so
Docs.
anyways, so I've been using Canva for years, and there's these little things I have to do called study guides. They are 5 points. They're pointless. Basically, it's asking you a question, and in your own words, you just gotta answer them. It's not that hard, not that difficult. Okay. Literally, usually with these, it's an automatic system where the second you submit it, you automatically get the 5 points. For some reason, my teacher has decided she wants to grade them, which is fine. Again, my notes, okay? My notes. As long as you're answering the questions, you should get 100%, okay? You should. And so I've been submitting them. And the problem is that with my computer, with my iPad, with my everything, I can't fully download the pictures. So I write down the question and I write down the answer. Should it be difficult to read? And she has emailed me.
Oh, here we go.
So it seems like you've been using another app instead of my templates that I never knew she wanted me to use. So I'm going to give you
The little list.
a 0 for all of it. As you're trying to get through this course within a week, because that's just how it feels, because it's difficult for me, and I don't want to grade it, okay? And it might be easier for you if you do it my way. It's not! Because guess what? Now I have to go back and redo it. Don't like that. So then I decided to email her back. I'm like, hi! So nice to hear from you. So nice. I use an iPad, and Canva's the easiest thing that I use. You know, I would be more than happy in the future to use what you're using, but since
not
I
redo all my
have
work.
done this, and it did take me a while, and all of the answers are correct, can you please give me just the 5 points, please? Hi, this is her. I just wanted to let you know that I've received this message, and I am out of town right now, so I'm going to reply to this on Monday. So she had time to tell me a long paragraph of how she's out of time and how she doesn't want to reply to it until Monday, let alone that was like a week ago. And
Well,
she didn't have
today-
time to respond.
for you.
And then today, it's Monday,
Yes,
right?
that'd
And so
be
she
correct.
responds and she goes, I think it's like really weird that you're homeschooled and that you don't have a computer. I do. I never said I don't. I said I do. I said I just use an iPad. Okay? Don't take words out of my mouth. And then secondly, she's just like, I'll give you partial credit. I'm thinking she's going to give me 4 points or like whatever. But
2.5.
she's like, I want you to, redo them. And I would love to talk to your parents about this. This is the dumbest thing to talk about, too. It's a study guide. It's my freaking notes.
Yeah.
Anyways, and she gave me 2.5 points, let alone I had 100% in biology. And because she marked
This is the class,
everything
by
at
the
a
way.
0, I went to a 72 in my course. So now, because of the partial credit, I'm a B.
You're
A B
student. Oh no.
B student.
Hey, actually, so I think someone learned their lessons about wording in different ways, and I think Scarlett should
Shut
talk
up.
about her
Oh,
her
shut up.
Oh, yeah.
interaction.
I can't handle this.
So, long story short, there was a special guest on the podcast.
No, you've got to be careful how you say this.
I know.
You've got to be careful.
I'll be careful. A special person on the podcast
You've
that you
gotta be
have to go
careful.
see
You've
and find out who it is. You got to go look at our podcast that was on the podcast that has a little thing for Scarlett. Scarlett does not have a little thing for that person, but this person messages Scarlett, and Scarlett, that her sarcasm does not come off as sarcasm. It comes off as stop. Oh, you're so funny. So Scarlett learned the really hard way. You don't heart messages when it comes to a man unless they're gay. So you want to talk?
Okay, I am used to Instagram. Okay. I'm also used to talking to my friends. This is how I talk to my friends. Said person is my friend, so I'm talking to them like my friend. Okay, I talk to them the same way I talk to all my
you
guy
never
friends.
heart my messages.
She
Because
hearts
you
my
don't-
messages.
Yeah, you don't say anything worth hearting. I swear, we also never text. Okay, we barely text.
Never.
I always text her.
We're always texting, okay? Every guy friend of mine I've ever texted, okay? Everyone that I've ever texted, this is how I am, okay? I'm sarcastic, and this is how it comes off. And this is how I am to all of my friends. This is how I am to them in person also. So being the same way that I am on text, it's making said person very confident and very, oh yeah, I've defrosted her heart and she's mine.
So I got a message and he said hashtag made your cousin cry
Blush.
I actually started to boil. I actually wasn't blushing. I became so red out of anger. I'm like, you think you have... Guys,
She's sitting up
I
straight.
gotta adjust myself to this. The shock on my face when I got a text 4 weeks after, I was just like, no, we're friends. And Bella goes, you're friends. Like, I told him, you're gonna be friends.
I have told him.
Doesn't work. He doesn't listen to you. He
So
doesn't
yeah,
like you,
we
apparently.
learned that you can't use the blush emoji.
That was an
You can't
accident.
heart-
That was an
And you
accident.
said, hey, I'm just still okay. This is one thing I'll let you guys know. When men try to flirt, they'll rage bait you into flirting. So a guy will typically, if you're shorter than him, be like, well, I'm taller.
So I said, well, you should be taller than
he
me. That's
took
sad
that
if
as-
you aren't. And he took that as I'm flirting,
Yes.
even though I'm like, I said I'm 5'9". I'm like, you should be taller than me. It'd be kind of sad if
See,
you weren't
that's how
taller
she
than
says
me.
it. But
That's how
she's
I
like,
said
you
it.
should be taller than me.
No.
That's how he's taking it.
That's how he's taking it. But how I'm saying it is how I'm saying it to you. And I'm like, you should be. I'm like,
What
you-
was the thing that you told me that would have been so good
I
if you
thought
said
about
to him?
this last night, and he goes, well, I'm 5'10", and the DMV won't give me the half a quarter to be 5'11". And I thought about saying, I wish I thought of this in the moment, because I should have said what I thought at midnight last night was you speak like someone who's under 6 foot. And I wanted to say that so badly. And it's giving, which boyfriend is it giving? It's giving red flag Dean.
Yes.
It's giving red flag Dean. So I can't believe we're bringing this up. No, I was not.
No, we're not talking about midnight.
It came into my mind
Scarlett
at
was thinking
midnight.
about this the whole night 'cause she was
because
so triggered.
Angelina, because all of a sudden Bella texts me and goes, is so-and-so talking to you? And in my head, I'm like, hang on. How do you know this? And I'm like, nothing is happening. And I'm like, we just texted for a day. And I'm like, and it was like friend. I was like, we're friends. I texted him.
No, I know. Scott's complained plenty of
I
times.
texted him about how I text Bella.
Yeah.
So like funny,
Bro.
not bro, lots of bros, lots of like leaving him on red all the time.
She left him on red for like 7 hours. If that's not a red flag, I'm
Well,
kidding. You're not.
No, it's
interested,
just
so
she's
that's
not
okay.
interested.
Yeah.
But no, so Scarlett learned her lesson really fast. So it was really okay. Actually, yeah, that's a great
Oh.
question. Great
What would you
Thank
look
you.
like if you were interested?
I probably wouldn't wait 7 hours to text someone. That's
How long
for
would
sure.
you
You'd probably
wait?
heart their messages and flirt with them.
Yeah. Like I never realized. I was like, oh my gosh. And I also didn't realize he was flirting at all until he was like, well, what's your ideal height? And I was like, over 6'1".
And he's like,
probably.
I'm
And
6
he's like,
foot 2.
2 when I wear boots. And in my head, I was like, oh
Lie.
no. I was
Lie.
like, oh no.
That's
I was
a
like,
lie.
oh no. I was like, oh no. This is happening. I'm like, crap. And I'm like, I was like, I didn't respond for a while. And
I was like, you need
oh,
to say
crap.
like you're into guys that are 6'5".
And here's
so
the
then
thing.
it's
Here's the
over
thing.
it.
I've called him my friend. I have. I've said to him, and he was like,
You
"You don't
put the
text many guys,
friend.
do you?" And I said, "I text all of my friends. I have a lot of guy friends. You're not the only guy friend I have." I said that to him, and he's no.
Yeah, so Scarlett
He's
learned her
delusional.
lesson really quickly. So
Mhm.
I mean, at least you're not Lorelai that has 7 guys.
No, I'm not
Mhm.
Rory, and let me tell you, if people were messaging me who look like Tristan, I would be so much more interested.
You know what? That's Scarlett. Stop. Okay.
Just throwing it out there. If anyone who
Scarlett
looks like him, hit me up.
Scarlett is manifesting. I want a
I'm
blonde
manifesting.
6'4" man.
Yep. You either look like Jess or you look like Tristan.
Yes.
One or the other.
Come here.
I manifest.
Come here.
Okay, why are you manifesting?
I'm being her.
No, you're
Oh,
not.
Sure. Manifesting
No.
at Tristan also.
No.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
a dean.
Simon Dean is crazy. Anyways, any last final thoughts?
To your teacher.
Oh, you really make me mad. I've had a hard day today, and then getting that on top of it really just added the little sprinkled cherry on
reminds
top.
me of the kid that does. You like Bella's like because Bella doesn't get mad a lot. She's like, you make me mad.
I don't get mad a lot, but I'm like, holy moly, it's 5 points!
Like Bella's like you, and then they can't like say a bad word. You doo head.
Well, yeah, you don't cuss. I'm like, you biscuit!
Scott, do you have anything to say to? No comment.
I'm good. I don't
No,
know.
it's 5 points. I think it's really odd that you're homeschooled and that you don't have a computer. I'm sorry, I never said that. I said I use an iPad to type. But if you want to talk to my mom, go ahead. That's your death wish at this point. Because I would tell you this. I don't cuss. I'm very nice. My mom? Oh, no.
Yeah.
My mom will lose her shivers, bro. You will hear all of a sudden she's gonna feel her phone and she's like, why is this overheating? It's because it's sensing the fuming out of my mom's eardrums, like fires coming out of her nostrils, and that teacher's gonna get lit up. So by all means, go email my mom. I attached it at the bottom. Your death
No, she
wish.
did. She goes, if you would like to message my mom for any questions, here's her email.
Yep,
So,
gave her the email,
there you
and
go.
I said, from now on, I'll use the stupid format that you want me to use. I would love the freaking 2.5 other points of my freaking study guide. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much
to
for watching.
all the Dean, Jess, Logan, Tristan fans, we love you guys. If you want more podcasts like this,
Let us
subscribe.
know. You got to hear a lot this episode.
Yeah, you did.
Don't be sarcastic to your friends,
Yeah.
by the way.
We'll see you guys on the next video.
Bye.